Hello and welcome to the. Is this the 21st today? We've got. All right, okay. Turn the thing up. We've got today we have kindling, a couple of firelighters, logs at the bottom. I like the way the Chelmsford Estates seem to know the size of my log burner, because look at the things, they fit right in there at the bottom. Isn't that amazing? There must be a standard size for these log burners, because that's the length of them there. How did it? They've sort of chopped them all, which means that I can load them in just right neat right in there like that, and then have a V shape so that you can put the firelighters in between them, and the bits of kindling and everything. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Oh aye. I'm using the old phone now. It's not quite as good as the new one. Let's give it a little bit of a whoosh. So this is a fire lighting session. Yeah, it's the 21st October. 21st October. Now I did go out filming. I was at a meeting today and I did film it. I did a video and I'm uploading it and it's bothering me slightly. Because what I do is I sort of usually work out what I want to video, and then if there's any interaction with members of the public, I usually sort of play it by ear sort of thing, so it depends, really. But so then I was in this place and this guy sort of came round and I sort of moved away from him to let him get on with what he was doing, and then he sort of started interacting with me and he was going on and on about a lot of things, and I sort of sneaked it, like I sneaked the video in with the Indian guys up the graveyard. I sneaked him in a wee bit, and then after he says, "Oh, you're not filming, are you?" And I says, "No, no." So I turned it away, and then I realised he didn't want to be filmed, so I didn't film, and that's how I did it. And then so he was telling me all this information, and the information he was telling me, it wasn't doing me any good. If I hadn't recorded it, I had to record it. So I need to go back and try and relate to what he was saying. I don't even know who he was actually, but it was something to do with this place where I was at. So I feel slightly bad because he said he didn't want recorded, sort of like at the end. And it was like, okay, right. So you don't want filmed and you don't want recorded. So you kind of, from that respect, if I was to cut him out of the video, the recording, so I was still sticking with what I was planning to do, which was go round and round about and up and round the graveyard and then back out again and back down in a circle. And that's what I did do. And I was trying to get away and he kept going on and on and on, and it was just great. But, well, you could say, well, why didn't you just stop videoing and then talk to him and then get back to it? Well, because I already planned to do it and I did do it, and it kind of, it depends how you feel about graveyards and all that sort of thing, right? And you've got a right to feel the way you feel, but you can't tell me how I should feel. So it is a bit of a contentious area where some people could get upset, about people videoing or taking pictures in graveyards. But that's my feelings are, the people that are in the graveyards are all dead. That I don't see why you would put a stone. I think it's bringing out a lot of flaws in the thinking behind it. Hold on. So a lot of it is about people UK writer dies in prison. Oh, right, okay. Right, so a lot of it, I believe a lot of it is about people controlling behaviour. And they're controlling grave sites, gravestones, and even in death you can see this sort of behaviour. It's quite crazy. I think that the majority of people haven't really come to terms with our existence on planet Earth, and they're just like drones, and they just drone along, and they live their lives, and then they get near the end and they die, and they haven't really thought existentially about anything. And maybe it's a bit of a burden for me or other people that agree with me that you think about things deeply, about all these different things, and if you had thought about these things, you wouldn't give a fuck about some things you do give a fuck about. Because I've got an interest in graveyards, I'm looking at my family history and stuff. I think I'm pretty sure it'll upset some of them, because I'm sort of alienated from them. So there's no consensus with me. So, in other words, I haven't been given. I'm not part of the family circle. But who gives a 5348? So the video's going on. We'll just put it on anyway. So you've got the journey there, getting there and the roundabout. I think that the grave thing probably with the roundabout was a bit odd doing that, and because I think if I'd been left alone, it probably would have been better, to be honest with you. But well, we'll just see. But I overthink things, and those people probably don't give a shit. I don't know if he's going to see it. He might complain, but quite really so as well. But I don't know about that at all, really. So we're at 5348. So I had some pretty stupid, usual idiotic arguments with people on Facebook. Come on. Wow. 100%. So, we've been arguing about electric cars. You always get them. They tell complete lies. You know, they go on and they lie about their cars. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if I've been deleted. So this guy, Ian Stevens, I mean, batteries don't need changing every 7 years, he says. My EVs is 10 years old and still has 96% of the range it had when new. I expect the battery to probably last 25 years. That's nonsense, right? It's just nonsense. I says to him, I says, well, my car can do 670 miles of range. So he says, I live in Australia, have enough solar power home batteries to be energy self-sufficient, owned an EV for 10 years. I generate no direct emissions and all components will be recycled at the end of life. I know what I'm talking about. You don't, he says. You're even paying for expensive diesel and polluting the world with every kilometre you drive. Well, the thing is, what he's not saying is it's a Tesla he's got. So if it's 30 pence a mile to drive a Tesla, and a Tesla costs £72,000, that means it's 72,030 pence to do the first mile. But he's no mentioning that because that's a fundamental flaw in his argument. So he says no battery ever built has 96% of its capacity left after 10 years. Clearly, the manufacturer was lying to you when you bought the vehicle. If you can still do that mileage, obviously you have had emissions from all the equipment you have bought to go off grid, and currently solar panels cannot be recycled. But if you want to do that, why should I care? I will continue to drive my car around for as long as I can. So he's lying about everything. He's saying it's zero emissions, but he's not taking into effect all the equipment he's bought and all the stuff he's bought. right? So, numpties. They're numpties. And this electric truck they've driven in Australia, they've been doing that with these solar things, solar bike things, or little cars. They're solar cars. They can go across Australia. Is everybody using solar cars? No. You know, and this guy, he's going on about he's everything's electric and everything's zero emissions. But I'll bet you he can't do what he wants. I bet you he's going out in there and he won't be able to drive as fast as he wants. He'll have to drive slowly and carefully. And some of the features in his car won't work. Because if he uses them, well, in the hot countries, you've got air conditioning. In the cold countries, you've got heaters. There's problems with all that stuff. And this guy is talking shit, right? He's a zealot with his... And it's fair enough. You want to keep doing that, do it. But you're not being honest. You're not being honest. He doesn't even have fucking... Look at him. He doesn't even have anything on his Facebook. He's probably a troll for one of these electric car buffs. You know, what the hell's going on here? He unlocked his profile. All his friends can see what he shares on his profile. Yeah, because he's a liar, that's why. Ian Stevens, yeah. Alright, so he goes on there spreading this stuff, which is lies. It's not true. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not saying you can't have an electric car. That's great, and you can have solar panels. I think that's your choice. Go for it. But you can't virtue signal your way sort of like above everyone because you've got that and I don't have that. You can't, because I don't live in Australia, so we don't get a lot of sun where I live. You know, so he's really virtue signalling himself there, and it's not true. And the carbon footprint of the stuff that you've got, Ian, is probably the same as what I've got, right? So that's that. Let's see what the fire's doing. The fire lighting session is getting off to a good start. So I think we'll call it a day at that. The fire's going out. It's 7 minutes past 6. So you can see it's all clean, good clean wood. Proper stuff. There's no paper, there's no anything. There's no damp wood or bad stuff going in there at all. You know, so there you go. Thanks for watching, and like, share and subscribe. I need to get a website going so I can sell art. Yeah, I do, don't I? Yeah. Right. Well, the painting went well at the group I was at last week. One of the ladies said she'd been thinking about it all week, which is actually, for an artist, that's like, to say that is like, that's really flattering for me. So thank you for that lady that said that. Well, she's telling the truth. It had affected her and she, in a positive way, you know, so that's fantastic. So thanks for watching. Bye. The NHS, what a joke. Save the NHS. Constant bullshit. They're just not going to do it. It's just constant bullshit. Nobody's going to address anything. It's just pish. You know, you should just tell them, like Mike Graham chucked a guy off going on about the climate change. Or as one of my commenters said, the climax change. Mike Graham says, get off, you're just talking rubbish. Come on, get out. Get off. Get him off. And that's what you should do when they start talking shit about the NHS. It's all pish. Smoke and mirrors and crap. It's not going to happen. They're going to end up selling it off or getting rid of it. They can't afford it. You've brought far too many people into the country. It's put too much of a strain on it. You're using the argument that we need immigrants to work the NHS. No, we don't. We need the people here to work the NHS, and we need less people using it. And there'll be less people in the country would help. But then, well, who wants to say things like that because you get branded a racist? Right, so bye. I'm away. Bye.